who you are and where you come from.
It's my family.
You don't have family, you have fallout.
We've got a shot here to win it all. You know how rare that is?
What do you want for your future?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Adrien. Got that.
Oh man, it's like a Fonz entrance, isn't it? We shouldn't stop back and just give that one a round.
Right, absolutely.
You got the trailer up. There's a lot of love there. Lakers jersey, whoa.
I'm here for it, Joe.
Damn, man, we can feel it.
And I loved it. I mean, I'm gonna start with you, Adrien, because you're from Queens. So, I mean, I look at this thing, and I don't know if you want to talk to Rodney about doing something for the Knicks, but it's not the same story for the Knicks. Would you want to see something like this for the Knicks?
Hey, man, look, if the show keeps going, you'll be watching me playing with the Knicks too. If the show keeps going. You know, in about a decade, I'll be running New York, playing aggressive ball. But you know, at this time, you know, I have a lot of love for the Lakers. I love the team. I love LA. You know, I'm a New Yorker, but you know, LA's shown me a lot of love, and I've spent many years there since I was 19, kicking around, struggling as an actor, living in a lot of crappy apartments, and going to, you know, some great Laker games. And you know, it's a big honor. It's a very exciting thing. I know it's a big thing for LA, you know, this show, and it's a big thing for me to portray someone as iconic as Pat Riley, and to get to know, and for us to show a side of him that none of his fans really know, unless they're really digging in the crates. Nobody knows, like, what a transformation it was, not only just physically and stylistically, but as a man, and all those, that real leadership quality that he owned so well. That was something that he earned, and he had to take time to learn and give back to people. So it's cool. It's really exciting.
You've been to Staples Center / Crypto Arena and seen the statues of Chick Hearn and all the players. In this series, you get to learn a lot more about who Chick is and who Pat is and everybody else. But Solomon, let me come to you, because this is a huge breakout role for you, and I want to know, like, I'm curious that, you know, a lot of times actors have to create backstories, or, you know, this happened before this character was here, but you have a Lou Alcindor and a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Was it important for you to really get to know who Lou Alcindor was as Lou Alcindor to then play him as Kareem?
Absolutely. You know, the research was absolutely one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life. And I started, I've been a Kareem fan since I was a kid. Giant Steps, his autobiography, is one of the first, like, big books I read, right up there with Malcolm X's autobiography. So having grown up an hour outside of LA, the Lakers were the center of the sports universe for me, and Kareem was the center of that because of his just how he had impacted society on so many different levels. And so my dad was a huge fan because of just his perspectives, and just, you know, his penchant to stand up for the oppressed. And so I've been a lifelong fan. I mean, literally, I would argue that any tall basketball player that was playing in the 80s and the 90s was really kind of playing within the matrix of Kareem. I mean, just his grace, his just absolute unstoppable nature as a basketball player. And then just how he just showed up in society. But yeah, it was an incredibly rewarding experience. And Miles Fowler absolutely kills it with his portrayal of Lou Alcindor and just Kareem when he transitioned, when he changed his name. So it was, yeah, I feel like the beauty of this journey was, I know that Adam is a huge basketball fan, and then Max and Rodney are also, and Jim are just huge Kareem fans as well. So it was fun to collectively really just kind of fanboy out, if you will, over this great man.
Jason, I've had a couple of chances to talk to you. I think the first might have been Zero Dark 30, but
Yeah.
We've had a couple of chances to talk it out. I didn't take you for a ball player, especially since the Aussies. I mean, you got like Ben Simmons representing the Aussies right now. Yeah, y'all need to pick it up. But I mean, you played Jerry West, the executive, but can you play Jerry West on the basketball court? You got
you know what? I had a couple of flashbacks where I had to put the shorts on, man. I did know, and the shorts were shorter back then. You know what I mean? And the woven things. And there was a flashback scene in one of the episodes where, Jerry. Just a quick thing with Jerry's won when he wins his first ring. You know, they had Wilt Chamberlain there. It was so cool. I mean, I was worried about my bony little white legs coming out there with no tan or anything. But I loved that we had Idan Ravine, a basketball coach, a well-known basketball coach, worked with us. And anytime you get the opportunity to just work or train with a guy at that level, somebody else is paying the bill to go there. But we worked on his window and on his shot, and you find those things that just teach you, criticize, but you don't walk like that, man. These guys are professional athletes, even in retirement. Just think about these things. I loved all of that. It was, it's funny. I mean, the whole show, you talk about LA before. LA has been so much for so many people and still is. As an Australian actor, it was Rome. You know what I mean? It was like, if what kind of actor that takes himself and his art so he's not going to make an effort to get there? It's become everything. And then here you are at this time in the 80s with these figures in this kind of dirty, simple water. I see the pictures behind you. It's not as glamorous and whatever. It's got this, it's all being put together still. And, and that's what made it a place of such opportunity for all, for a guy like Jerry Buss, to come there and, man, let's just work this out. I'm going to try and work it out. We can sell a basketball team, So I love playing Jerry West. I would have loved to have played a bit of board more, but I didn't, Truck Rollins was one of my favorite players there.
I got to get from each of you top 5 favorite Lakers. Let's do top 3 because we run out of time. Yeah. Top 3 Lakers, no order. Just give me 3 of your favorite Lakers. Let's start with you, Adrien.
Well, I would say Kareem, Magic, Kobe. It's hard to pick 3, but
I know. It's hard to pick 3. How about you, Colin?
Shaq could kill it too, but whatever.
Yeah, it's such a great question. And so I'm just putting out 3 of the many that I love, but
okay.
I love LeBron James. So I'm absolutely putting him in my top 3. Kareem, LeBron, Kobe, Bean, Bryant, baby.
No, dude, you have to go Elgin Baylor up there. You really do. People are forgetting what made the Lakers the Lakers. You can't not go with Jerry West. I mean, he bought them all there, dude. He bought and then you probably have to end up with, I go Kareem. No, I went Kareem before. I'm going to go Magic. I think this whole series underlines what Magic Johnson did for basketball, full stop. Like scores, totals, whatever. It was tape delayed, man. It was like a few dudes, whatever, they're out there in the back of a truck trying to come on, watch the Lakers. And then along came Johnson. And that's end of story, hombre.
Thank you, guys. That was a good buzzer beater. Appreciate the time. Love the series. Can't wait to see more of it. Thank you.
Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.